All right, let's talk about it. I see a lot of people starting to get relaxed with the stay home rules. People getting tired, they want to go outside, and they kind of like starting to loosen up more. Some more traffic, and it's more. I see more people out, but I just want to tell y'all to start out. Be careful, and if I forget, like and subscribe because sometimes I forget to say it. So subscribe and like the video if you feeling me, you know what I'm saying? Because, you know, when they talk about like real niggas, right? Like, but realness is realness. Like real niggas from the street be talking about no snitching, right? But being real from your heart, like, straight up real, like I'm not going with what everybody else say. I'm going by my experience out here in these streets and um personally like what I would do even though it goes against the grain. And everybody hate me because I go against the grain. You know what I'm saying? Going against the grain is like everybody seeing it one way and you seeing something different. You know what I'm saying? But truth and reality is that those people that all want to be saying the same thing as followers. You understand what I'm saying? And the people that is speaking truth from the heart, you know what I'm saying? They're the leaders. You're the leaders. You understand what I'm saying? And the people that just, saying what everybody else is saying, because it's the right thing to say. Oh, it's no snitching, and that's the rules of the street. You know what I'm saying? And it's no snitching, and I would be that way too. But if you look at the situation, right? So the situation with Tekashi 6ix9ine was he was running around with a gang. In his videos, you can see that he was, they was wearing the colors, the red or whatever to represent the Bloods. I don't join no gangs or nothing like that, so, I don't know what they thing is. I just know that the rules of the street is no snitching. That's, I know that. And even though I'm not a part of a gang or nothing like that, just because I'm black, you know what I'm saying? I think that they think that I'm supposed to abide by that too. You know what I'm saying? But in this situation, I was a little scared for Tekashi 6ix9ine because he went on the Breakfast Club and he denounced his team. It's like, oh shit, he's denouncing his team. You know what I'm saying? Those is them niggas that been out there, shooting and you know what I'm saying? They shooting anywhere in buildings and arenas, in the streets and daylight, you know what I'm saying? Like he's gonna be in trouble now, you know what I'm saying? So I was scared for him. I was like, well, what is this little nigga gonna do now? You know what I'm saying? And I was really scared for him. So, what had happened was they started locking all of them up right after that Breakfast Club thing. I guess the feds was watching, the police is watching, they watching all this internet stuff, all the popular black channels and stuff, Breakfast Club and DJ Academics is talking about everything, and everything that we look at and click on, they're looking at it too, and they're clicking on to see what's going on, and they know when to jump in and step in. You understand what I'm saying? So they jumped in after that Breakfast Club interview with Tekashi 6ix9ine saying that he denouncing his team, and they already had wiretaps with Mel Murder and Jim Jones, and Jim Jones was talking about super violating Tekashi 6ix9ine, and what super violating mean, I don't know. But if it was my, well, if I was trying to make out what super violate mean, I would say it means kill. You know what I'm saying? Or some kind of real torture, you know what I'm saying, to make you change your mind or something like that. Um, So things was going on, and then the other thing, his baby mama said it's not true. I think her name is Melina or something like that. She said she didn't sleep with nobody or nothing like that, and he's saying they were sleeping with his baby mother. Okay, so it ain't no rules when you have me in a situation where um I'm scared for my life. You know what I'm saying? And like I said, I speak from experience. I had problems with niggas in the street. They, they all ganged up in the Bloods gang and hung outside of my building. You understand what I'm saying? And, I had to make some phone calls too. I had to write some letters because I'm not doing nothing but taking my grandbaby and my kids to school, and ain't nothing but girls around this house. You understand what I'm saying? So if you don't give a shit, you know what I'm saying? If you calling niggas on me that's, real thirsty and stuff like that, and they'll do anything for a crack ball and stuff like that, now you putting my life up against up against the wall and stuff like that. You put my life on the line. You understand what I'm saying? So shoot, I had to write letters to the mayor's office, all the council people, and everybody, to clean up my neighborhood. You know what I'm saying? It's like I was clean up the neighborhood activist and stuff like that. And I wrote letters all over feds, the head of the police department, and everything like that. It was no rules at that point when I became scared of my life just to come out my house and go to the store, or come out my house and take my grandbaby to school and walk my grandbaby to school. You know what I'm saying? They had me in a situation where, okay, they hanging outside. I'm not sure if they selling drugs or whatever the situation is. They might be selling a little weed or whatever the situation, but I'm not close enough involved to see that. All I could see is a whole bunch of niggas, because I'm in the projects, hanging out in front of the buildings. You know what I'm saying? And every time I come out, it's mean mugging and it's, muscling up and, rolling eyes and mean mugging and all that stuff. Man, I'm like, I don't even know y'all niggas. You know what I'm saying? So I became so scared in here one day, I had a panic attack. And I called the police. I thought niggas was at my door with shotguns, okay? So I had a panic attack, and when the police came, they took me to the mental hospital. You understand what I'm saying? So these niggas, a whole bunch of little raggedy-ass niggas, you understand what I'm saying, that's homeless. They're not really homeless. They ain't here living with people, you know what I'm saying? But a whole bunch of niggas that don't have their shit together, that a nigga that got a regular job, construction job, asked them to do something, and they out here doing it like for years. I'm not talking about a day or two or a week or a couple of months. I'm talking about 10 years and 15 years. Just being harassing, that every day you go to the store. Eventually, I guess so many people complained or whatever the situation is, they got they self busted. You know what I'm saying? Because if you're going to stand outside and hustle, or you're going to be standing outside chilling in front of people's buildings where people sign a lease, you might live here too because you live with your mother, you live with a family member. But it's not your apartment. That's why you don't give a fuck. That's why you loitering outside. That's why you standing in the front. But if it was your own apartment where you signed the lease, you wouldn't be there. You wouldn't be bothering nobody, but because you would be concerned about getting evicted. You understand what I'm saying? So that's just my situation, and I don't want to go too deep into it or whatever the situation is, because my family and everybody, my cousins and everybody went against me, and the only reason that came about was because I back in the days in the 90s, I opened up a store. I had a cleaning business, and I struggled for years with it. I applied for a loan, took out a loan, and got a little small business loan and opened up a store, and everybody became jealous. People asked me for space in my store that, you can't come to me high and drunk negotiating a space in my store with no money. You're not going to pay rent. You're just going to do some painting or carpentry around in my store. You know what I'm saying? So once I started denouncing niggas and stuff, I'm sweating. Once I started denouncing niggas and stuff like that, they all piled up against me because I come from kind of like a big organization in the Bronx. And they went against me, kicked me out, outcasted me. I couldn't get no more construction work. I couldn't get no more cleaning contracts, not through them where I was getting most of my stuff. So I come home. So I said, okay, I'm real mad. They taking the food off my table, the money out of my pockets. So I come home. Don't you know the niggas follow me at home, and that's how they end up. They start spreading the rumors and talking to the people around my neighborhood so that every time I walk up and down I could be harassed. So I know where Tekashi 6ix9ine is coming from. There's no rules once niggas do that to you. When niggas start putting your life in danger, they take food out your mouth or take money out your pockets or whatever the situation, put your family and stuff like that in danger. I don't give a fuck if these is they street niggas, they your street buddies or whatever the situation is. You're supposed to do 40 years. I wouldn't even do a year. You're supposed to do 40 years or 20 years or 15 years for them niggas? Oh, hell no. No, 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 no. You know what I'm saying? Your own family would do you worse. My own family what made it bad was that for me was my family know all my business. So the people that I was doing business with to get my contracts, my family went and told them my business from, when I was small. You know what I'm saying? From when I was a kid. You know what I'm saying? Oh, she was a foster child. She's not really, you know what I'm saying? And just, talking all my motherfucking business. Just talking all my motherfucking business. So, with Tekashi 6ix9ine, I would say that he's right, because I experienced something that I know this video is supposed to be about him and his situation, and I always get into my situation, but I get into my situation to let y'all know how I'm coming about my decision. You know what I'm saying? So the no snitching thing is out the window. It's out the window because niggas want to do harm to people and then say, oh, you can't tell. You know what I'm saying? And they doing harm to women with kids and grandmothers and little kids, and you know what I'm saying, and you're supposed to stick by this rule. So they walking around tough guy, and they walking around in a gang with their colors and stuff, and they threatening and they harassing. You understand what I'm saying? And you're not supposed to, you in a corner situation, and they might making your life a living hell, and you're not supposed to do nothing. Go tell nobody. Just try to find a gang and put together people, enough people to fight against them when they're already strong with a whole bunch of, when the Bloods came, every junkie, every crack baby joined that motherfucking gang. Every dope fiend kid where their mothers was dope fiending on dope and alcoholics and crackheads and stuff like that, those kids, those black boys that didn't have a proper setting in the house, which was most of all of them, you know what I'm saying, joined. And then the rest of them joined because they seen that the gang was so big. So, I live in a neighborhood with, it's a bunch of Bloods and stuff. I have to join them, else I'm going to be outcast or picked on. Or I live in a neighborhood where, this is a Crip neighborhood. I have to join the Blues. You know what I'm saying? Because there's so many people. You know what I'm saying? So, in order for me to fit in, you know what I'm saying, I'm going to have to just go ahead and join. Some niggas join because they wanted to harass women for pussy. You know what I'm saying? I heard one female told me, she was raising her young kids and stuff like that. Every time she would walk by these three group of Bloods, they would shoulder bump her. You know what I'm saying? Give her a good shove until she started messing with one of them. I said, you started messing with one of them? You know what I'm saying? Like, I wouldn't fuck with them niggas. But she said once she started messing, I guess she liked niggas and she One of them, she seen that she kind of liked it or whatever the situation. She started messing with one of them, and they left her alone. Me, I'm gay, so I'm not messing with none of the niggas. You understand what I'm saying? I'm not trying to get with none of you niggas. You know what I'm saying? I have had plenty of niggas that try to live with me, but you're not bringing me into a bad, you're not coming into my bad situation to live on my motherfucking back. If I decide I'm gonna get with a nigga, you gotta be rich. You know what I'm saying? You gotta be rich and take me to a whole different, level in life. You understand what I'm saying? Like, it's levels to this shit. Like Meek Mill said, there's levels to this shit, right? So for any niggas that's watching this, and niggas, you know what I'm saying? And I'm talking about you black brothers, or you Puerto Rican guys that's been hanging around them black brothers too much and thinking that all of this, whoever, white, black, red, blue, whoever think that, you're going to be harassing somebody or you're going to be a threat to somebody's life, and they're not going to go to the police, which is stronger than you, or go and sign with the feds, who is stronger than you, who can take you and come get you and all your boys and kick in all your doors and put on cuffs for all of you and drag you all into a paddy wagon and go lock you all in a cell for 15 and 20 and 30 and 40 and 50 years. And some of y'all for life that did, murders and stuff like that. If you think that, people just going to sit there and take your shit, you know what I'm saying? You bugging. So I think that he's right with the situation, because I was even scared for him. Everybody was looking to see what's going to happen. Yeah, he's wrong for, like, asking them to, like, ordering hits and stuff, like on Chief Keef and all of that stuff like that, and they went shooting guns and stuff, and they was quick to shoot guns, but that's what you niggas get. And I'm talking to the black guys now, because, he's a little Mexican, Puerto Rican guy, whatever the situation is, and y'all went and listened to his little ass, you know what I'm saying? And y'all always kissing up to another race. Y'all always kissing up to some Puerto Ricans, or y'all always kissing up to some whites and stuff, and, doing whatever they say and stuff like that. And then y'all be out here killing each other, you know what I'm saying? But when it come down to, brotherly love, brother to brother, y'all be killing each other. You know what I'm saying? When it come down to loving your mother, you can't stand your black mother with the nappy hair. You know what I'm saying? When it come down to your sister, you can't stand your sister with the nappy hair. You know what I'm saying? So that's what y'all get for trying to be up underneath the little Mexican, little light-skinned little kid. You know what I'm saying? That's what y'all get for running around and doing every little thing that he say do. So if you're in jail doing 10, 15, 20 years or whatever the situation is, that's on you. Like Shadi said, he not mad. He got on a conversation, and he said he not mad with Tekashi 6ix9ine and stuff like that, because he probably thought about it. I look stupid, you know what I'm saying? Because I was running around doing everything that this little guy said, you know what I'm saying, instead of leading the way. You know what I'm saying? Because if you are a black guy, and you know your circumstances and you know your situation, you know what I'm saying, you should want to get out of it in a proper way. Hey, this is a little Mexican kid that know how to rap, and, he got the internet on fire, and, all his music and shit is selling and stuff like that. We up out of here. We could get up out of here. You know what I'm saying? We don't have to deal with this street shit no more and this hood shit. But see, niggas love the streets so much. You know what I'm saying? And then they want to run around and threaten every gang in every city in Chicago and California, where all of these real tough killers is at. You challenging everybody and stuff. You should have put a halt to that. You understand what I'm saying? So, no, it's no rules. So I went through something similar. I wasn't quick to point out people or point out organization and, and tell and go point finger to get on the stand and all that stuff like that. But I did like the way they got this coronavirus, I've been isolated myself away from niggas. I've been staying in the motherfucking house. So when this coronavirus shit came down, you know what I'm saying? I was already in the house away from niggas. Because niggas blackballed me and outcasted me and shit. You know what I'm saying? So my only thing was to retreat back into my home. So I retreated back into my home. And that's how it was. And it seemed like it wasn't a fair situation because I think this coronavirus is a God-given thing, you know, for me and for some of the people that's been, you know, mistreated or ripped off and robbed, because the energy that you put out is the energy that you give, that comes back to you, is what they say. So if you put out good come back to you. If you put out bad come back to you. If you put out service, you know, you're supposed to reap the reward. I was putting out service, right, for years. And because somebody didn't like me, they kicked me out, blackballed me, and everything that I was supposed to reap, the benefits that I was supposed to reap, went to, you know, somebody else, a family member. You understand what I'm saying? So they're messing with God's energy. They're messing with, you know, the energy of the universe. What I put out supposed to come back to me. You know, all the work that I put in, you understand what I'm saying, is supposed to be, the reward supposed to come back to me. But what niggas is out here doing is they intercepting. Oh, she over there working hard and doing this for this person, and she over here working hard, and she got this, and she brought this together, and she got this, and she made this space, and she did this and that and the other. I want that. You know what I'm saying? And the nigga will come and fuck you over. You understand what I'm saying? Totally destroy your character, totally lie on you, you know what I'm saying, totally crack jokes and talk nasty about you. I mean, your own brother, your own cousin, your own black men. Oh, she ugly, she got nappy hair, and turn niggas against you and be out here harassing and snagging and harassing against you until they kick you, till you are kicked out of your position. You know what I'm saying? So I think, now, I pulled back and I stayed in the house to myself, and everybody was like, oh, where's Kathy at? Yeah, she stayed in the house. I had niggas from the same organization coming around my block. Oh, you need to come back. You being to yourself, and you need money and all of that stuff like that. I said, no, that's okay. I'm going to stay to myself, and I'm going to figure this out, and I'm going to struggle by myself. I'm not going to look back. You know what I'm saying? Because the way the shit ended with me was very foul. You know, something where somebody could have pulled me to the side and said, blase, 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 and I could have just stepped off. No, the way they did me was in front of a whole meeting, a whole group of people. You understand what I'm saying? So it was very embarrassing. So it was not a situation to, you know, come back to. You understand what I'm saying? But the energy of the universe, you know, what you do and what you give out, you know what I'm saying, when you give out good, you know what I'm saying, good's supposed to come back to you. Nobody is supposed to intercept, you know, your reward for what you do. So now I would say that's the devil that's trying to intercept. You understand what I'm saying? Trying to change the law of the universe, the way God, you know, interpreted to be. You understand what I'm saying? Like, and make you look like I'm a loving person. I'm, you know, people think that, you know, she's a hater, she don't like this person, she don't like that person, but I don't mean harm to people. You understand what I'm saying? So, they turned me into be looking like the hater and the liar, you know what I'm saying? And turned the liar looking like the honest, you know, like he switched places with me. You know what I'm saying? So he turned the good person into made me look like the evil person, like on some voodoo shit, some total voodoo shit. You know what I'm saying? So niggas out here is foul. So I think that at the end of the day, let's get straight to my answer. the rules is out the window once you put somebody back all the way against the wall. And niggas have a habit of bullying if they think if they get away with one thing, they keep on coming at you another way, and then they keep on coming again in the can and keep pushing you into the little corner. You could be down on your fucking knees, down in the corner with your, hand over your face, and, you could be all the way backed up. Niggas is still coming, you know what I'm saying? They don't give a fuck if you a man or grandmother or woman, or they don't give or a kid, you know what I'm saying? That's why I don't join gangs, and they come in like numbers and stuff like that. So I want to let all y'all know that's in gangs and stuff like that. Tekashi 6ix9ine did the right thing. He did the right motherfucking thing because it was a serious events going on. You understand what I'm saying? It's a serious events was going on, and he looked like they was getting ready to kill him. So I was like, either he's getting ready to get killed, or let's see who he gonna get down with that's going to get him up out of this situation. He has to make a move real quick. So from his Breakfast Club interview, he denounced his crew, I guess his management crew, which was Shotty and them, and the Bloods or whatever the situation is, that whole 9-Trade crew or whatever from Brooklyn. You know what I'm saying? So from there, I was like, what is he going to do? And when it came down that he was talking to the feds and stuff like that, and I was like, that was the only thing that he had to do. That's the only choice that they left him. There was no, okay, if you on somebody else's friends, right? Or you and some people is in a gang together, in a group together, and you want to denounce a person or whatever the situation, like in my situation, I say, okay, they want to outcast me, kick me out, separate me. Okay, so I'm leaving out and I'm going home. It ain't no retaliation. I'm not pulling no gang together to fight fight them and do all this and all that stuff. I got kids. I have a daughter, and my daughter had a daughter. I have a granddaughter and stuff like that. So, my thing was to go home. What they did was followed me home. Not actually followed me, but whatever niggas was lived around my neighborhood that they knew, they put the word out to harass me every time they see me walking back and forth. So the niggas from South Bronx, from downtown, talk to the niggas uptown, you know what I'm saying? And just put me in a situation every which way I walked. You know what I'm saying? If you don't want somebody to snitch on you, or if you don't want somebody to, get in a situation where maybe you doing a little bit of dirt or whatever the situation, you don't want to be told on, but you want to outcast somebody, you want to put somebody out your game, give them an escape route. Give them a route. You can't come over here, and you can't come over there, and you can't come over here with us where we at. Yes, you know what I'm saying? But you can go over there, and you could go head home, and you can leave us alone and don't come back around us no more. That's fair. That's fair. You know what I'm saying? But if you decide that you're going to outcast somebody and push them out, you know what I'm saying? And then when they leave, you want to follow them home and stuff like that. Like that shit that they did to Tekashi 6ix9ine, and they went to his house. They kidnapped him, and they went to his house and had his girl give over the jury. Anything could have happened that night. They could have killed Tekashi 6ix9ine. They went to his house. They could have killed his girl. I don't know if the baby was there. They could have killed the baby or whatever. You don't know with these niggas you hanging around. And I'm talking to some of the niggas that I know for sure that you had the proper upbringing from your mother, what's right and wrong. But there's some other niggas in the crew that's like totally ruthless. You know what I'm saying? Like, y'all be doing like a robbery or something like that, and it's supposed to be no killing or no shooting. We just scaring the people to get the goods, and one nigga be stupid enough to go ahead and shoot and kill 1 or 2 people. That's what I'm talking about. You don't know what the next niggas are going to do. You know what I'm saying? So that's why that situation with that kidnapping with Tekashi 6ix9ine, it seemed, even though they were saying, yeah, no, because we were just playing or whatever when they went in court and stuff like that. But he was bruised. You went to his house. You took his jewelry. So now you know where he lived. You showed that you know that you could roll up to his house. You showed that you could force his girl to give over jewelry, your jewels and stuff. You all inside of in his pockets. You all in his jewels and stuff. You gave that boy no, you gave him no choice. Okay? So you can't have your cake and eat it too. You can't say, you can't say, okay, you down with us, you down with this crew, and then you want to turn around and say, we can rob you, we could kidnap you, we could sleep with your girl, and then you're not supposed to, when shit go wrong, and we could set you up to get super violated, whatever that means, and then you're not supposed to go to the police or tell anybody. You can't have your cake and eat it too. Like, y'all make up your mind. Y'all make up your mind when somebody's down with your crew, and they know details about into your crew and stuff like that, and shit get weird or whatever the situation. When shit get weird, it's time to have a meeting, and it's time to straighten shit out, because that person right there is somebody that, if they know a lot of information about you, you need to make it right with that person. So when he was on the Breakfast Club and he was saying, when y'all knew things was going wrong and Mel Murder was talking to Jim Jones and stuff like that, at that point, instead of Jim Jones saying he should be super violated, I should have said, this kid might not be 100%. And you know what I'm saying? This kid probably won't go out, in a blazing glory, shooting out with us or whatever the situation. He's probably going straight to the police and stuff like that. So let's just square this away square. You know what I'm saying? Okay, Tekashi, you owe us a certain amount of money, you know what I'm saying, for all the work that we put out for you. And you could go ahead and go wherever you're going. And we could do this legally on paperwork. You understand what I'm saying? That you paid us a certain amount of money for the work that we did. And then you going on to another team. You understand what I'm saying? So that could have been worked out legally, because this was basically business and music business, but it's a lot of killing going on in the music business, and the music business is like the streets, you know what I'm saying? The way niggas is killing each other is like the streets, so y'all niggas get your shit together. Don't be thinking that people's not gonna you're gonna put somebody's life in a situation, and they're not gonna go talk to the police or talk to the feds and get a big, that's ain't nothing but a bigger army than you are. Okay, so the Bloods grew real big, you know what I'm saying, in New York, and the Crips, they grew too. I'm not sure, because the neighborhoods that I've been in, it's the Bloods. I know the Bloods has been like real big. You know what I'm saying? They grew real big, and the only way to come up against y'all is the feds. So if you put somebody's life in danger, or you seem like you're a threat to somebody, the first thing they're gonna do is go get the feds. The feds, they got guns. They got jail, you know what I'm saying? And they got years, to lock you away. You know what I'm saying? So either y'all leave the gang shit alone and stuff like that. Don't be thinking people are going to be out here with the no-snitching shit. You can't have your cake and eat it too. You know what I'm saying? You can't have your cake and eat it too. Niggas don't love you. That boy don't love you. This was business. He was a little star, you know what I'm saying? And he was, doing shows and getting the money and stuff and giving y'all orders and paying y'all and giving y'all thousands of dollars at a time and stuff like that, and maybe tens of thousands of dollars at a time and stuff like that. So, don't think nobody, oh, he love us too much to go get on the stand and talk. Don't even think that. Don't even think a family member love you that much that they want to do any kind of time behind bars. And he was right. He did his little, I think that was on Instagram or YouTube or something like that, where he was saying, niggas kidnapped me, niggas slept with my girl. The wiretap, niggas was trying to, was trying to super violate me, get at me and stuff like that, and I had no choice. I had no choice. So if y'all know from now on, when you separating somebody from your crew, you know what I'm saying, make sure you give them a way out. You understand what I'm saying? Give them a way peacefully out. You understand what I'm saying? Like, if you're not trying to kill them, give them a way peacefully out. And I would say, don't try to kill anybody. If y'all got a crew or whatever the situation is, and you want to denounce somebody and outcast somebody or whatever the situation is, give them a way, a avenue out. Don't just be all over them like, okay, things is going to ride with us. We going to your baby's mama's house. We going to do this and we going to do that. Give people a peaceful way out, whereas if they take that route, that they could separate from you peacefully. Because, if he stuck to, say Tekashi 6ix9ine did stick to a no-snitch rule, there'd be niggas out here calling him stupid. Oh, he's stupid. He in there with them niggas, and wiretaps came out that they was going to super violate him, so he probably get super violated in jail. You know what I'm saying? Like he said, what am I supposed to do? What y'all want me to do? These niggas was out here doing all kind of shit to me, and I'm supposed to go in jail and be locked up with them? I'm supposed to be in there locked in a building with them? No, I wouldn't. Because niggas had it out for him, you know what I'm saying? Niggas had it out for him, so I wouldn't want to be locked up with my enemies neither. We was friends, we had our differences, so turn to enemies, and if Feds is involved and it's time to go to jail and we all getting locked up, and I supposed to be locked up with y'all. And not only that, but what tops this whole shit off is that this boy was like, one of the top rappers, you know what I'm saying? Like, he had the most attention on the internet. He still do, since he came out. 2 million views on Instagram. I didn't even view it, so yeah, but it was like 2 million views. People viewed in when he went live on Instagram. Anything he do, he don't even have to be on the top of the world star. He did some little thing to show like his hair, and like from my thumbnail, it was real cute, like almost looking like, he was almost looking like a girl. It was so cute, you know what I'm saying? And he dyed his hair. One side I think was yellow and the other side was blue. What was I saying? So, I forgot where I was at, what point I was making, but I keep repeating myself anyway, because, it's hard to get through to niggas, you know what I'm saying? Niggas got thick skulls and shit like that, and, these days, like, I guess niggas' mothers is on drugs or whatever the situation. They ain't teaching them nothing or nothing like that, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, the streets say no snitching. But what you think? What you think gonna happen when you don't give a person a way out? You know what I'm saying? Where you think they got to run to? Where you think they got that for women too? They think that they're gonna be beating up and harassing women for all these years and stuff like that, and they're not supposed to, outcasting people and shit like that. Get out of here, man. I'm not trying to I'm not trying to be locked up with y'all, and even if I snitch, I'm not trying to come out in the street and hang around y'all niggas no more anyway. You know what I'm saying? And oh yeah, the point I was making about Tekashi was that he was the money guy. So he got millions to look forward to, you know what I'm saying? He got millions of dollars to look forward to. So should he sit in jail for any amount of time for these niggas that was plotting to kill him? Or should he just snitch on these niggas and come back out to his money and just pay for some security? So a series of offense went down, and I wanted to see how he was going to manage, and he did the only thing that he could do. He went and got a team, a gang, that's stronger than the Bloods, and they're called the Feds. And just like he signed contracts with the record companies and the record labels and distribution and all that stuff like that, that wasn't nothing but another contract signing over there. That was nothing but another deal. You know what I'm saying? So he been making deals with the industry. So he went over here and said, who got a good deal for me? Do the 9 Trade Bloods got a good deal for me? Do the Feds got a good deal for me? Which one should I choose? You know what I'm saying? Okay, so the Feds say, you give us, all of the information and stuff like that. You going home in a few years. You know what I'm saying? These niggas is gonna do double digits. You'll be able to get back to your life. Which one would you choose? Now, y'all niggas that ain't got no life and don't care to take care of y'all kids and stuff like that, y'all motherfuckers will choose not to snitch. Oh, no, I'm not snitching and stuff. So, okay, you going away from your kids for 10, 15, 20 years. You don't care about your girl. You know what I'm saying? Just leave that black bitch in there to raise those kids by herself and struggle on welfare in the projects. You know what I'm saying? Y'all don't have nothing to look forward to no way. So y'all choose to go ahead in jail and come back and like that jail is part of your street cred and all of that stuff and talking about all the numbers of years you did. That's not cute. Oh, I did my bid 10, 20 years and, I didn't talk and snitch on nobody. Yeah, your kids just grew up and is grown ups. Once you come out, your wife struggled all by her goddamn self. Or your baby mama struggled all by her goddamn self. First of all, you shouldn't be even be in the gang. Y'all niggas need to start understanding that there's legal things. If you just get together with your family, get together with your baby mom and all that stuff like that, and try to figure out and look into those books about how to put your business together and stuff like that, you could leave the illegal stuff away out of your life. Everybody turned into drugs. There's other things. I had a cleaning business. I was on my hands and knees scrubbing floors. And then contractors, and I'm sitting in the office negotiating. And them contractors used to come up in the building. I used to be on my hands and my knees with my head behind the toilet, scrubbing the floors and all kind of shit. And when they call me and I look up and the boss is there, the guy that I usually negotiate with is standing over me, and my head is in the toilet, scrubbing the toilet. So there is things that you could do. The easiest thing you could do is start a cleaning business with your wife or something like that, so you don't have to stay away from your kids. So I don't know what the super violated thing was, but I don't think that would be too good if they would have caught him and super violated him. I'm not sure. I'm not sure what that was. So um, I was surprised when he went to the first sentence, and I thought that they was going to let him out. You know what I'm saying? But they didn't. The judge was like, if you think you getting out today, you're going to be disappointed. I would have probably had to curse that judge out. You see how many Brooklyn niggas I put away? You know what I'm saying? Let me out this bitch so I could get out here and start planning my, what I had to do to protect myself. You know what I'm saying? Just in case a nigga come at me. You understand what I'm saying? Like, I thought that he should have got out that day because I feel like he gave the government enough. You know what I'm saying? I think he did enough that they should have let him go. So his attorney kept trying, and then the coronavirus came. When the coronavirus came down, they had an excuse because I guess he's supposed to have asthma, but I never seen anything about his demeanor that showed me that, he was hard of breathing. All of the music that he do, all of the clowning that he's been doing over the internet and all over. I never knew that this guy had asthma, but I guess it's on paper, so they let him out on that. You know what I'm saying? Maybe the judge rethought everything and was like, yeah, he don't need to be in here. Go ahead and let him go home. You know what I'm saying? So like all of the rappers is saying, everybody's denouncing him now. You know what I'm saying? But me, in being real about the situation, I think that when moves was made, you know what I'm saying, and he had to make his final move, you know what I'm saying, it was like tit for that. They did this, he did that, he gonna do this and they gonna do that and stuff like that. And that's the only route that they left him. That's what I'm saying. That's the only choice that he had. He couldn't even go home. He couldn't even say, okay guys, look, I'm not down with your 9 Bloods no more. Y'all not going to be managing me no more. I'm just going to get down with another management team and I'm going home. He couldn't even do that because they kidnapped him, by his house or whatever. They drove him to his house and got his jewelry. Like, these niggas knew everything, where he lived, where his baby mother lived, and where everything was at. You understand what I'm saying? So, they didn't give him no choice. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you outcasting a team member, I'm going to tell y'all guys, this is for future reference. If you going to outcast somebody, blackball them, kick them out, give them a road. Give them a road. Go ahead home. If that person keep coming back to y'all, I guess, they love y'all so much, I guess you could smack them around and do whatever you want to them. You know what I'm saying? But if you block all areas and all corners, or, they go home and you follow them home and harass around their house, or talk to niggas that's, live in a building and they next door neighbors and shit like that, to be harassing, like which happened with me, you know what I'm saying? Like, niggas just couldn't leave me alone, you know what I'm saying? Like I said, I'm going home to raise my kids, and niggas talk to the niggas from downtown talk to the niggas uptown to where I live, so that when I come outside, niggas was acting like they knew me personally. They knew certain, some of my business. Certain things, like when I was a child, I ran away from down south to come back to New York on a plane. Niggas knew that. Niggas that I never met before. You know what I'm saying? Niggas that I never sat down with before. These niggas in the street knew all my business, so my family was involved. So I was really in a fucked up situation. It was a real scary situation for me because my family was giving up information about me. And these people thought that they supposed to monitor me every minute of the day. Oh, she's in her house. Oh, she went to the store. She's on her way back. She went to the school. She took a granddaughter to school. Oh, she's wearing this today. Let me make a phone call. Let me tell. You know what I'm saying? And that's what they was doing with me, and not giving me no way out. And come to find out, they took 100 niggas to jail. You know what I'm saying? They took 100 niggas to jail because it wasn't only me, but it was a whole bunch of people in the community that couldn't go to the store in peace. Every time you try to go to the store, it's a bunch of niggas you got to walk through. And they thought that they was being cute out there and fly out there, but people don't want to see you standing out there smoking weed and mean mugging and looking people up and down when they just doing a regular grocery shopping, or they doing a regular taking their kid to school and bringing their kid home. You know what I'm saying? They don't want to see, get out of here. You know what I'm saying? Get out of here. You know, and sometimes in some buildings, niggas hang up in the hallway, in front of your door, in front of your actual door where you walk into your house. You know what I'm saying? So I understand the race for for the industry, why niggas is racing like to get record deals, and they killing each other trying to get up out of poverty and get on the other side over there. I understand it because they don't want to be mixed up in this shit. You know what I'm saying? All their life, they don't want to be mixed up in this shit all their life and stuff like that. So it's a whole lot of shit going on. But y'all niggas stop kissing ass to every other race. You know what I'm saying? Start going to church, in the North, like I used to live down south in Georgia and stuff like that, and we had to go to church every Sunday. You know what I'm saying? Like nobody stayed home, I guess, unless you was sick or something like that. Like everybody that was on the road to church. You know what I'm saying? When we was down south, every car that was on the road had the kids and parents in there dressed in their church clothes every Sunday. If you didn't go to church, you couldn't go outside to play. You know what I'm saying? So you might as well lay in the bed and be sick all day under a punishment or something like that. Because, and that's what we need to do. We need to, whether you're in the South or whether you're in the North, the church need to be mandatory, because we need a house. Not only to speak about the Bible, but we also need to speak about family. You know what I'm saying? We need to speak about what we need to be doing, what we need to do to get ahead, what we should do to help each other out, because the way it's going now is like just join the gang and get down with the gang. Being down with the gang is the strongest thing you could be down with. And then you get down with the gang, and the gang want to harass one old lady, you know what I'm saying, as, carrying her grandchild and stuff like that. Shit you don't want to do. Shit I don't want to do. Even when I was running the streets, I didn't, when I used to hang out all through till daybreak. And when that sun used to start shining, I used to run in the motherfucking house and close my shades. I didn't stand out there fucking with people. Oh, it's morning time now, and people going to, shopping and groceries and taking their kids, to school and doing stuff like that, and I'm standing in the way. No, I didn't do shit like that. I didn't bother people like that. You know what I'm saying? So that type of shit should never come back to me. You know what I'm saying? Because I don't deserve that. Because I didn't do that to people when I was hanging out in the street. You know what I'm saying? So this coronavirus came down. They let Tekashi 6ix9ine out. Niggas think it's not fair. I see a lot of rappers, 50 Cent, you got Meek Mill, Snoop Dogg, and, a lot of people taking cracks at him and stuff like that. But, that's y'all fault. That's y'all fault for not loving your mother and your sister. That's y'all. That's their fault for kissing up behind, that Mexican kid. My best friend was Mexican, so I'm not saying it out of in a prejudiced way. I'm just saying that even with the situation that happened with me, Now, my family is black, you know what I'm saying? And, I don't know about some of my ancestors may have been mixed or whatever down the line or whatever the situation is, but basically my family is black. And the situation that came down on me came from a Puerto Rican organization, the owners, and the members was blacks and like Puerto Ricans mostly, maybe a couple of whites. You understand what I'm saying? But mostly a black and Puerto Rican thing. You understand what I'm saying? So what I'm saying is that the niggas was kissing up so much to the owners, the blacks, that, you couldn't even protect your sister. You understand what I'm saying? You so busy kissing up ass. You understand what I'm saying? To the Puerto Ricans, that you let your own sister fall down. You understand what I'm saying? You didn't give a shit about what was going to happen to your own sister. If you put her in a situation to be harassed by gangs, she could have got killed. You understand what I'm saying? So, they're not really giving a fuck. You got one rapper, he killed his mother for the insurance money because he knew that his mother had an insurance policy and his name was on that policy as the beneficiary, and he wanted to be flossing into the music industry and be a rapper and all of that stuff like that he killed his mother, that guy that went to jail and stuff like that. So y'all have to blame yourself. Y'all got to blame yourself, because most of y'all rappers, when y'all get up in there, y'all want to go after the Puerto Rican women, and y'all want to get with the white women and stuff like that. When y'all become successful, you know what I'm saying? If y'all get a black woman, she got to be damn near looking Puerto Rican. She got to be high yellow and all of that stuff like that. And y'all making the rest of us, feel like we ugly. You know what I'm saying? So, when something happened to y'all, should I really care? You know what I'm saying? Should a black woman, should I really care about what happened to niggas? Like, just like with all the shooting that's going on out here with the police killing niggas and stuff like that. I got so much harassment from niggas. I got my business destroyed. I got my food taken off my table. I went hungry a couple of nights. My money, my contracts that I used to do is null and void now. The contractors that I used to get jobs from and stuff like that, So my money, my pockets, niggas destroy my revenue, my situation. So when shit go down, when police is killing niggas, and this one just happened in Georgia with this Ahmaud Arbery or whatever the situation is, and his look like some old slavery time lynching shit where the white men hunt you down and either hang you and whip you or something like that, or shoot you down, chase you down and shoot you down. That shit looked like some damn slavery days shit. That shit didn't even look like 2020. That shit looked like the 1800s or something like that. You know what I'm saying? But my heart is cold now. My heart is not really warm to a nigga getting hurt no more. You know what I'm saying? Because what happened to me, look at my eyes. Look at the bags under my eyes. All around my eyes, a circle, it's black. It's like from crying so much. I cried so many days and so many nights. You understand what I'm saying? That, and it's not because a white boy did anything to me. It's not because a Spanish boy did anything to me. It's not because a Mexican boy did anything to me. It came from my own black brothers. All the wear and tear on my face, this is coming from my own black brothers. So, when shit happened, I'm like cold-hearted. Like, they be throwing up pictures and mice on and this one, and they be putting up this one got shot and killed and stuff like that. And it's like, I don't know if, I'm not really that big of a person, but, for my followers to care, why you didn't say nothing about this yet, or why you didn't post nothing about that yet? Because, my heart is like null and void to niggas like right now. You know what I'm saying? Like, And I don't really care no more. You know what I'm saying? Because um, they want to be successful, kick me down and leave me down. You know what I'm saying? And they want to go on and, have money in their pocket every week, get their paycheck and stuff. And, we gonna kick her out, you know what I'm saying? And then we gonna go hanging around with the Puerto Rican girls and stuff like that, you know what I'm saying? Like, we gonna go kissing up to the Puerto Ricans and all kind of stuff like that. So, I know like right now, blacks and Puerto Ricans is pretty much in the same boat and stuff like that. So, but I'm just saying, y'all niggas stop kissing up to everybody else and stuff like that. And Tekashi 6ix9ine, I don't have no problem with what he did, but that first song he came out with, I wasn't really feeling that, but I guess that's just like a warm-up or whatever the situation is. But he did what he had to do. His back was against the wall. He didn't have no escape route or nothing like that, so he did what he had to do. And y'all should learn from this, and it should be a lesson to y'all, okay? And that's it. Like and subscribe, and I'm going an hour, so I don't want to make it any longer. Okay, peace. I'm out.